What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Gamecast. I am your host, Bronson Fiore, joined by the always awesome Aaron Reynolds.
I'm here. I have joined.
Our mod mommy, wielder of the band Hammer, Emily Hoslander.
What's up, nerds?
We have our Lucifer, Morningstar.
I have the oats.
I have the cocoa. And then Mr. Duncan Crabtree.
I'm fulfilling my Coca-Cola addiction.
Interesting thing for me this week is I swapped to Coke Zero to try and, not drink all my calories.
I
That's a
should
good call.
do that.
Hey.
This is what I can say is as far as if I'm out and about and I'm going to a restaurant or something, I will drink regular Coke. But if I am at the house, I am now Coke Zero person. It's close enough to where if I want a soda, it's like, all right, I can hang. This is all right. But on the other side,
I default go to it.
Yeah, but if I'm out and I'm like, oh, we're grabbing porta subs, we're going to the barbecue for our date night, whatever it is, then I will grab real Coke.
Reasonable.
So,
Reasonable.
Yep.
Which bathroom do you go for that?
I feel like there's a joke there, but I'm missing it.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a Reno thing.
It's a Reno
Oh.
thing, huh? That makes me more confused, but I'd rather just not have an answer.
People in this city started doing a lot of cocaine at one point.
No, they still are.
Recently?
Yeah, they're still doing. They're doing so much
just
more
not
cocaine.
It's
that
cocaine.
That doesn't surprise me. That doesn't.
Okay.
That, I remember it surprised me the first time we hosted one of those giant nerd parties, and then after one of them, it's just like, hey, did you guys know people were doing coke in the bathroom? It's like, no, but thank you for telling us.
Sure.
One of the first giant nerd parties I ever went to, there was just like a room of 11 people I walked into, just a bunch of coke, and I'm like, whoa, okay. I guess that's how this is.
Okay.
See, we didn't start getting the cocaine showing up until we started hosting them at a place that that is affectionately called Sad Boy House.
Sad Boy House, okay.
Yeah. So
God, that's a weird combination.
Yep. Well, the cocaine makes you less sad, at least for a little bit.
Right.
I guess. But then you're ruining your reputation as Sad Boy House.
Yep.
You got a brand
you
to
need to be
upkeep.
sad if you want to be Sad Boy House.
What are you? I'm so sad right now. Oh. Like what? All right. Anyway.
Hey guys, video games.
Who
Video
made
game.
those?
Video game.
Video
Terrible.
games.
What a terrible idea. Video games.
Ruined our lives for sure.
It sure did. Jesus.
Yep.
I had like other
Much of a life
ideas.
to ruin.
There are other things I wanted to do with my life. I wanted to go into do different things, see different places, and I'm like, what if I just stayed home and
Play
played
video
video
games.
games like an idiot? That's my life.
Just the channel discussion with me and you this week, Aaron and Anthony. I was like, this is the career. We have to make this work.
This is all I've got. I've
We've
played
had, like,
too many
3
video
different-
games.
We had 3 different hours-long conversations. Like, this is it. This is what we did. We did this to ourselves. We have to commit to this mistake we made.
The cost is sunk. We've sunk the cost. We gotta keep going deeper.
It didn't just hit the sea floor. It is seeping into the mantle. We can't do anything about it.
It's like black mold. You wipe it away, but it always comes back.
You can move to a new house. You can be, but might as well just become the mold. You are the mold people now.
Yep.
Anyway,
So enjoy our upcoming reviews.
You are
of
the
Monster
less of
Hunter
us.
Wilds and Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, coming to you in March.
Yes. Yes. God. Yup.
I don't know.
Anyway, what do you want to talk about video games again, Bronson? What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, sure do. I really do want to talk about the video games, like all the games coming out this year.
Ooh.
So we're doing our most anticipated show as we do yearly. So we're gonna go through the release calendar. I'm gonna highlight kind of some big games, and then we do something called Fantasy Game Critic, where it's like fantasy football but for video games. We're gonna go through. We're drafting just like a fantasy football draft, and then whoever's games review the best at the end of the year is the winner. Also, because it is, so as the year goes on, you can drop games from your game list and pick up games that were not picked by other players. So, you got a shot the whole year.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, so let's hit it. The first thing is, hey, the Switch 2 is supposed to come out this year.
Switch 2. There's going to be a second one of those. It's
Yep.
going to be like a PS5, but it is Switch.
Yep.
All right.
It's gonna be another horrible controller configuration. Yay!
Seems like it.
I mean,
It seems like the same controller configuration
yeah,
in
yes.
every way.
all of those leaks, which, for a handheld,
They're
it's
heavily against big hand people.
see, my
I've got baby hands, so I'm okay.
see.
Oh, all right.
I have big hands, but my solution was just buy a pro controller. That was my
It is,
solution.
When I saw that, when I saw like the confirmed case for it, all I can think of is like, man, the Wii U scarred them so bad. Like
I
the
know.
amount of deviation they took to make that idea possible and to get punished so hard. They made the Switch because they clearly believed in a lot of the idea of what was happening in the Wii U, realized it to its full conclusion, and then once they hit success with the Switch, they're like, all right, we are not making this mistake again.
Yeah.
It's going to be the Switch, but it's going to look better, and we're going to call it Switch fucking 2.
Yeah, the Wii U is the X they keep thinking about in all their new relationships.
Yes. So,
It's that
yeah,
X that like makes them hesitant to hug for too long.
They can't do it again. They can't
Trust
do it
has
again.
to be built now.
They can't let themselves get there again.
Yeah, so assuming that the old accessories don't work on it at all, I will be buying the Pro controller day one because, yeah.
Damn.
I bet the old accessories are just going to work on it.
That's my guess too. I think everything except the Joy-Cons will probably work.
Yeah.
Because they've shown off, they haven't shown off, leakers have shown off the fancy new Joy-Cons, so.
Do they drift?
I don't
Oh,
They're
yeah,
not
they got
supposed to.
It's part of the business model.
Yeah.
No, but they're a little bigger. The system is an inch wider, so that's nice.
Okay.
Bigger screen. It's what you'd expect. That they are probably high. These leakers probably don't have some information where Nintendo's doing some weird thing. That's cool. It always happens.
Sure. Does
Are
it
they
capture
cool?
motion?
The regular Switch does, so I imagine this one will, since it's gonna be backwards compatible.
What I'm asking is ARMS 2 coming? That's all I want to know.
I want ARMS 2!
Come on.
I didn't play ARMS 1. I was waiting for the second one.
I was waiting for
yes.
legs.
Legs, that's the Hitmonlee variant to ARMS' Hitmonchan.
Yeah.
Wait,
I'm waiting for
people with a massively long number code again.
almost certainly. I'm waiting for the Hitmon top variant. I want to be spinning on my head.
Shit. Breakdancing fighting. Now you
Maybe
really need
they'll
to
have
look in space.
Ooh, maybe they'll have discounts this time.
They do have discounts.
Yeah, well.
every Black Friday, every Christmas.
How deep?
Oh, yeah.
Like $5?
No, they actually.
Oh, and a Valentine's Day one.
The Switch actually, they did put some pretty decent discounts on, like $20-25 off. Like you get a.
Oh, okay.
Like they
That's something.
I understand that they think, and they're right, that their games are kind of higher quality and they want to keep that reputation. So
Yeah.
they don't want to do price cuts or sales that often, which I get.
It's not great, but I get it.
Aside, higher
I mean,
quality.
Yeah.
Not everyone can be Steam and just offload their category, their games for like 90% off. Especially in this very abundant economy.
Well,
I mean, developers have a choice in that
Yeah,
too,
that's
right? It's
Steam-
like GTFO refused to go to 50% off for a good long while.
Yeah, like
It's still
that is
so
a
worth it, though.
publisher and game directive, because a lot of those sales that happen on other platforms do happen on the Switch. because the
Mhm.
developer chooses to do that. Like, I am specifically referring to Nintendo themselves and their own games being
Gotcha.
like, Zelda is never going to be more than $25 off. Please go fuck yourself.
That one I understand. Yep.
Even though
Yeah.
it's worth it.
Yeah, like, Zelda is probably one of the games I could say you could never price drop it and be fine.
Zelda, Mario, Mario Kart, Smash Bros, and now
Pokemon.
like Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing now, yeah.
Mario
you don't-
Party.
Yeah, Mario Party, I don't think Mario Party is particularly
Yeah.
a good game, but I think that there is a large amount of people who love the fuck out of Mario Party. So,
Yup.
so they don't ever have to price cut it. Pokemon, same boat.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't think
Pokemon, same. Yep.
I don't think Pokemon has been good for about a decade, but like they
Yeah.
have
I'm
no
gonna buy
reason
it.
to
I'm
ever
still
price
buying
cut
it.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
a Pokemon fan, it accomplishes what I'm looking for.
Run
by the
around,
skin
you
of its
throw balls
teeth,
at
but it does it.
creatures. You battle them.
Uh,
Well, guys,
I'm running
It's
around
just-
in the world. There's Pokemon there. Hell yeah.
It's just Japanese cockfighting for kids.
I
Mhm.
can drive myself crazy shiny hunting, so I'm good.
Oh, okay. That one right there. That's no joke. One of my favorite things to do. I love
great,
the
it's
shiny
great.
Pokemon.
Always
Oh
love it.
God, that was
I
such
can
a
fall
bad
through the
thing.
bridge over a river as many times as Scarlet and Violet will let me,
Yeah.
as long as there's other stuff going on.
Hey, I swear Snorlax can move that truck and find that Mew. I swear.
Right.
So, but yeah, so the Switch 2, that's happening.
Yep.
We got, so as for actual game releases that are new, we got Civ 7 is the first big new thing of the year on the 11th.
Ooh boy.
We're about
Gonna
to
be good.
violate the Geneva Convention all over again. With
I'm
Gandhi.
ready. I'm ready to be a pacifist until one person looks at me the wrong way, and
I
then
wonder
arms
Then it's
build
war.
up
what's
till
on
the
people's
end.
anticipated list. I wonder if everyone having a positive reaction to that is maybe indicative of how that shit probably a cool game.
This is what
Who
happens to me
knows?
with every Civ game. I'm like excited. I don't buy it at launch. I forget about it. It hits a Steam sale for like $20, and then I buy it and play it. It
Yeah.
There you
happens
go.
Every
It
single
works,
time.
it works, right?
This is
I,
gonna be the first time I get it at launch or pre-order it.
Yeah.
Civ 5 was a huge game, and then Civ 6 came around. Like I remember the initial reviews were not great, and that's what caused me to miss the boat on that game for a long while.
Yeah.
It got so
Don't
much
play it.
better when
Same.
their expansions came out, especially
Sure.
adding disasters, and then they had the governor trees. It really did get a lot better.
I
Yeah,
like when they put
they're-
vampires in there.
They're
Yeah.
And
follow-
zombies.
They're following the EA model of The Sims of put out a bare bones base game and then nickel and dime you through expansions.
Yeah.
So,
And it works. They make so much money.
Yep.
They
Yep.
do. And they
Anyway,
can take
so
my money.
next up on the list is Hey Avowed, that new RPG by the Outer Worlds folks is coming out
Yeah.
on February 18th. That looks like the new Skyrim, Oblivion, etc. It looks cool. That looks real cool. Gonna be
It's
a Game
supposed
Pass
to
game.
be. This is an interesting release. I'm very curious how this will be received.
Like Outer World.
I liked Outer Worlds a lot. I did not really gel with the Bethesda style of RPG, but I did always gel with Obsidian. So
Mhm.
I'm really excited for this. So yeah. Next up is Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii.
Pirate Majima, let's go!
Sarabajua.
I just
This might actually get me into the game.
I love this franchise, and now it's like now they're just like jumping the shark. They're just like, fuck it. We made Dragon Quest Yakuza. Now we can do whatever we want.
Majima's like, Yakuza? What's that? I'm a pirate now. And he's just doing his thing. He's
Dude,
just doing his thing.
the ship combat looks legitimately incredible. Like they showed off that ship combat recently,
Okay.
and it looked like legitimately like holy shit, that looks amazing.
Oh
Nothing but
yeah.
bangers.
You know, this one's gonna be a huge one in the SGK Discord. I already know because everybody and their mother has talked about it. Monster Hunter Wilds.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yep.
going. Yep.
Hit the monster again. I hit the monster with the stick.
What weapon do you use? I gotta know. What's your weapon of choice?
I'm a great
saw-
sword guy. Of course, I'm a
You're
great
a
sword guy.
Okay. Sorry.
I
What?
saw the movie.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh boy. All right.
Yeah, no.
That would be a fun Discord event, is if we watched the Monster Hunter Wilds movie before the game came out.
Just, hey, all 100 people in this Discord, do you want to watch a really awful movie with us?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
But the game's
I
There's
might
alcohol
actually
involved.
jump-
Absolutely.
Sorry. What
I'll
was
watch you guys play this, but absolutely, alcohol needs to be involved for that one.
it? Yeah.
Sure.
I may have to take some shrooms for it too. Just tossing that out there. I need to be not in my
Reality
right
needs to
mind
be less
enjoy
real.
that. Yeah. But I'm looking forward to watching you guys play this. This may be the first Monster Hunter game I get into. But since being on the podcast, I've definitely been introduced to more and more interesting things that I typically have never really gotten into. So this is definitely on my top 10 lists to keep an eye on, as far as maybe I
Yeah.
branch out and
Good.
try something new. I
There you
like
go.
whacking things with sticks, like he put it.
Yeah,
I have
it's-
used the simplest weapon since Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. You get the great sword, you charge up the big stick, you hit him with the big stick,
Mhm.
and it's incredible every time.
See, I use the dual blades, so I spin like a top, stabbing them over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I
very
use
curious.
the thinking man's weapon. You have to
Ooh.
think about where you're standing with the big stick. You go,
Yes.
when
Yes.
do I hit them with the big stick?
See, I just
Wait,
I go do
I
the
hit 'em
zoomy
with the,
zoomies and then I run away.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm usually an insect glaive person, but that they've been like lessening the air time with that weapon. I like
Yeah.
spinning around in the air and doing damage that way, but they found that a little noob friendly. You could spam the air attack a lot and not really think much.
Glaive has never been bad ever since it came out, so
Yeah. Well, yeah.
that's probably why it's diminishing.
Yeah. But I got the charge blade too, so I'll try that out.
I did get to try the beta, the first beta, and the great sword does seem appealing though. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I might be joining you in this great sword supremacy.
They hit him in the head with the big stick and they go,
Yep. All right. Split Fiction, the new game by the It Takes Two people. Aaron and I will probably be doing a quick look at that.
Yeah.
You know, that's gonna be a fun one. Who knows? We might LP it like we did the last one. I don't think this one's gonna have any teddy bears or elephants, stuffed elephants getting ripped apart.
You have no proof. They could absolutely do that.
Or some book that
They
just keeps
really
talking
could fuck
shit
with your
to
head
you.
with this one more so than It Takes Two. So
Yeah.
Ugh, man.
Anyway, hey, we got a new sick Metroidvania coming out, Beyond the Ice Palace 2. That game
Yeah.
looks dope as fuck.
There were a few. We were looking ahead. There were a few Metroidvanias coming out that looked interesting.
Yeah, that the indie space loves that genre, and for obvious reason, it's really cool. It's a really good genre
Yes.
with a lot of cool shit going on.
Yup.
You know, and people. So yeah, this one's a big one for Lucy. Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't know where my hidden blade is, but it's somewhere around here. I've got Altair's sword. I've got Connor's hatchet. I'm so ready for this.
Hidden blade is a cool weapon.
So, funny news story about this game this week, though. They may have accidentally be putting it on the release date of a Japanese tragedy.
Oh no.
what?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Whoa, which one?
Hold on. Let's see. I need to pull it up. Give me a sec. I had the news story last night, but I thought we were doing this, so I didn't post it.
Well,
With
right,
Assassin's
yeah.
Creed, I replay Black Flag like every 2 years, and that's been
that is the best one.
what I do with that
That
series.
is
That's
where
what I do.
That's where that series peaked, and it's been all downhill ever since.
Yeah, I could be a pirate.
That was the last one I played.
Valhalla is still my favorite.
I've heard good things about it.
They've
I'm
been
not
on
a pirate in it
roll.
though.
You could definitely
Yeah.
knock some heads off. Quite literally.
Mm.
It's nice.
Yes.
Viking, be Viking, Viking good, Viking fun, Viking drink a lot.
This is an interesting argument.
But Viking, not a pirate.
Ah,
But
So-
Viking
Depends on your
have ship
definition.
too.
Actually, yeah, Vikings arguably are pirates.
they
now that I
kind of
think
are.
about
It's just
it.
not, not. I think
They're snow
personally,
pirates.
the traditional pirate is more fun in its aesthetic than Viking, but that's my personal preference.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Viking have more fur.
Yes,
They do have more fur.
They
They
kinda
certainly
need
have
it.
more fur.
I'm trying to find.
Did you
this
find it,
one.
Bronson?
I think I found it from comicbook.com. It says recently delayed to March 20th, which is the 30-year anniversary of a Tokyo subway sarin attack. That
It's
Oh,
the
man.
sarin gas attack. It's Japan's 9/11.
Yep.
My
Yeah,
God.
I mean, Japan has a couple other of those, but yes, that one's bad.
That's
Yeah.
the big one. That's the big like
I
they
don't know.
still talk
19,
about
the
it now.
1940s had one or two.
Okay,
that-
no, no,
I
no.
mean-
Those are wartime tragedies. This is the sudden terrorist attack one. This is their
Yeah,
9/11.
I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is
Okay,
Japan's
great.
9/11.
Yeah. So
Great.
It's
uh,
it's they don't have public trash cans because of this.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
This is.
Where am I supposed to put my bodies? I mean, my recycling.
Carry with you.
I bet you it's still somehow cleaner than
OC.
Seattle.
See.
Yeah. So they chose
I was
a great-
hungry. Only hands could feed.
Man, but like between the historical inaccuracy story that came out last year and then like there are some cultural insensitivity stories that came out, and now this, it's just like, guys, just put it out and just let the bad news happen at this point.
It's-
Craziest one. I was gonna be like, oh, it's gonna be some national tragedy. That's like the worst one it could be.
It's just, yeah, it's funny. I don't. Remember
Just
that
give me
game
the
would come
damn
out.
Game.
It would come out, and there would be this notice that said, "Hey, this was made by a multicultural group that is interested in recreating historical like." It's a proud thing that they have on the front, and for whatever reason, this game, like, a number of moments that just make you doubt at this point. I don't know what this what's. That's not to say that it's going to be a bad game, but just like that aspect of it, just like, I don't know, man.
Like this is the attack. Okay, so you know how 9/11 made Spider-Man have to change its scenes because they were like, oh, we can't do that. That
Yeah.
happened with this attack to Neon Genesis Evangelion. The reason the last 3 episodes are all fucked up of that show is because this gas attack happened and they had a kind of similar plot in Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Yeah, like
Jeez.
9/11 also made it so Metal Gear 2 had to be edited. Fun fact.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I also think they're just too late to the party for the setting. Ghost of Tsushima was incredible and accurate and just so damn good. It's like this feels like them coming in late, being like, "We can do the Japan thing too."
Hold on, everyone's doing Japan.
I
we
think
can do Japan.
I think Ghost of Tsushima will end up being a better game for that aspect, but I also think there are millions of people, particularly in America, who just play a handful of video games, and one of them is the Assassin's Creed.
They know the name. Like they know the name,
and it's Japan, so fantastic.
Yep. No,
So you're not wrong about that, the criticism with the whole Japanese thing, but as like a fan, that we've been wanting this far
Yes,
longer than we got the Egyptian, then we got the Iraq one, then we got the
Vikings, the
Viking. We've been
Greeks.
wanting this since 3 and 4.
Yeah, the moment
Yes.
they put an Assassin's Creed not with Ezio, everyone was like, okay, so when are we getting the Japan one?
Yes, like that was my and some of those settings were admittedly cool. Like I really enjoyed. Like I think that I have problems.
You
with
need to
its
travel
pacing,
more.
but I liked 3 setting. I liked 4 setting. I think that the setting of Syndicate and Unity were great, even though that Unity was a buggy piece of shit.
At launch, but they got better.
It's good to know. I reviewed it at launch, and I gave it I think I gave it like a 6 out of 10, and was like, this game is a buggy nightmare, but it's one of these again. So if you like these, enjoy it. You know.
What they were trying to pull off with the multiplayer aspect, it worked so well once they fixed it.
The
And
multiplayer,
it was one of the most beautiful Assassin's Creed to date.
yeah. Look, I think that Assassin's Creed is a franchise that used to really give a shit. I think that since, I would say Odyssey was the Greek one, right? That was
Odyssey was the Greek one.
Yeah, ever since Odyssey, they have just stopped giving a shit. That's what it honestly feels like.
Valhalla was amazing, and also Mirage was amazing.
I have not played Mirage. I am in the middle of playing Valhalla, and it is very mid. It is the inoffensive gray paste of video games.
Well, I feel like they're
taking
they're taking their staff who care about and want to make good Assassin's Creed games. So it's got that juice. It's got the juice of people who like Assassin's Creed, and then they're like grinding them into deadline paste. And then what comes out is passion plus rush, and that's what's happening a lot of the time.
I'm going to hold my tongue on this because all I know, because as someone who's not played this game since Black Flag, it just does not interest me.
That's true. I don't have a lot of authority either.
People play these games. They enjoy these games. I listen to people who don't listen to people like us and just play a couple video games every year. They get their Assassin's Creed and they put dozens of hours into it.
Yeah, like I said, Valhalla looks good.
For that reason,
like it.
You know,
I'm just gonna wait to see what happens when it releases.
My stance on this is just because a lot of people buy something does not necessarily mean it's good.
Yet you are saying that it's going to like crash and burn because of historical inaccuracies. It's like,
I don't think it's gonna crash and burn. I think it'll sell fine. I don't think it's gonna be a good game. Like
that's fine, but when you speak the way you do on Assassin's Creed, there is this like, I can't believe this. It's such a bad sign that it got delayed. Like, you know,
I do think that's a bad sign.
Wait till it's out
twice. I do think that's a bad
I'm going to hold true to this. I'm going to laugh, and I'm going to enjoy that if this game comes out and it winds up being the greatest Assassin's Creed to date and sells, it's the biggest selling game of the year.
Huge, yeah.
And this is like, oh, okay, so there's no microtransactions in this one. Ubisoft learned from this one. Ubisoft suddenly finally pulls their head out of their ass. And then from 2025 to forever, it will be Ubisoft being king.
Let's not.
That'd be really rough if that happened. Oh no.
Bronson, I need to arbitrarily oppose you. You say that just because a lot of people play a game, that doesn't make it good. I say opposite. Dragon Blocks Fruit has 2 million concurrent players. Therefore, it's the best game.
Yes.
There we go.
Roblox is king, obviously, and we all live under its reign.
We live in a Roblox world. No, Lucy, the thing is I never hope for a video game to be bad. Like, I hope Assassin's Creed Shadows beats all these odds and is an amazing video game that even I really enjoy and play. But, like, I've also been around long enough to see the signs of, man, this looks real rough. And this has a lot of those signs, so I doubt that will be the case. There have been exceptions, like when they showed off Doom 2016, a lot of people, including myself, were kind of negative on it, and it ended up being an amazing game. But, you know, we'll see.
And now we're getting a third one.
I totally hope for some games to come out bad if it's really, really funny that the game is bad.
Concord.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. There's an argument for this Assassin's Creed game. It would be funny after all this time waiting for this Japanese Assassin's Creed, and then like they're just fucking up on historical inaccuracies and just
this
genre.
No, but there's
release date. Yeah,
there's a scale of historical inaccuracy that would actually be hilarious if it happened in real life. Like they start like referencing Chinese mythology like regularly in the Japan game, I would go crazy. It would be hilarious.
As it turns out, we needed to consult an expert, and the only one we could get was Steven Seagal. So we hope it's right.
I'm not. I would enjoy the game even more. I mean,
I know that's the
still-
problem. If it went all the way the other direction, it would be hilarious.
Right.
Oh, it's totally historically accurate, definitely, and it's just off the rails. It
Yeah,
would be
the,
so
the
good.
Assassin's Creed Japan game, which has themes about a journey to the West, and it's all, you know, they saw Black Myth Wukong did good, and they're both in Asia, right?
Yeah,
It's still all the same place. It's all the same place.
There's nobody more on this earth that I want to bully more than Steven Seagal.
It's
Just
true.
the things that he says. I just want to follow him around and just fact check him on everything.
So,
Oh yeah, when he went
That's a
to
whole
that, saw that
conversation.
dictator and he
That's
held the
right,
beats. And he's
Oh,
like,
hey, we got a new
"Beats are there."
follower.
Hey,
Hey,
yeah.
Wolfhard. Also, good
God.
morning, Airy. Good morning, Dwarf Wolf Dad. Sorry,
Morning.
we're
Woo,
gonna go.
good morning.
Yeah, I've been looking at a Wikipedia article for the next discussion points.
He's Wicca his pedian.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I am. You ever go into a wiki hole?
Yes, it's fun. Love it.
I used to troll Tom Cruise's page back in high school. I'd go in there and change minor things and add like outlandish fucking things to his bio and a few other celebrities.
Tom Cruise is
As-
an advocate for
Pursuit.
standard resolution. Make his mind blow.
All right, so hey, Xenoblade Chronicles X is getting a port. That's good news. That game is no longer in Wii U jail.
That's
I
right.
too like chips. Ports are tight.
You know, if you want the giant mecha combined with the JRPGs, there you go.
That's a neat little game.
It is. The first Berserker of Kazan, that Dungeon Fighter Online God of War like, that's coming out in March. Let's
All right.
see. Then we got Mark of the Wolves, or City of Wolves, Fatal Fury coming out in April.
That's right. That'll be an interesting game.
Yep. That's one that there's a small chunk of our Discord who's the SNK fighter people, and they're stoked for that. All right. Now we're on to stuff that doesn't have a confirmed date, but is coming out this year apparently. So, first up in the list is Borderlands 4. That's hitting this year.
Ooh. Okay.
It'll be better than 3.
Capcom Fighting Collection 2 coming out this year.
Well, we
that's
know
not a
who's
game,
going to
isn't
be
it?
playing that one.
What's in that one?
That
Fighting
one,
game.
SNK versus Capcom 2.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. It's a bunch of the SNK versus like series in that one, and a bunch of like other fighters that did not meet the Street Fighter or Marvel versus or Fighting Collection branding.
Right.
Coffee Talk Tokyo.
Ooh, okay.
That one's coming out. That's
Actually, that one's really historically inaccurate. It's weird.
Let's see. We got Corpse Party 2. That's another one that's hitting.
What a weird thing to happen.
Sure.
The Dark Pictures Anthology Directive 8020, which
Yeah.
is the 5th game in that anthology, and this one is apparently looking like it's sci-fi themed.
Ooh.
So
Yeah, it's kind of it's in space. So
The
I
Jason
think that
X of its anthology.
possibly. I think it's more alien-esque.
That's a good call.
Yeah.
Good. All right.
Alright,
Hell yeah.
Death Stranding 2 on the beach.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Lightning
Oh.
guitar. Ah.
I'm
Fuck is this game gonna be?
so stoked, dude. I cannot wait for us to
What do you mean? What's this game gonna be? It's gonna be Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah.
Again?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
doing it again. He's taking
All
it.
right,
back.
just again. Fine.
This
Uh,
time you get a Razor scooter.
Yeah.
Ooh, all right. I'm
And
in.
you did sick tricks on it.
Yeah. And if you
Uh,
don't have enough stamina, you hit your ankle while you do the spin.
Ah, God.
Ooh.
America's doomed.
Deltarunes chapters 4 and 5.
All right.
Yep.
Mm,
That's another one.
My younger sister's very excited about it, so I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
Dispatch, that game they showed off at the Game Awards, which was like you're a dispatcher, but instead of for cops, it's for superheroes. You know?
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah. It gave
Yeah,
me
that's
like
right.
it gave me like Papers, Please meets
That's right. Yep.
Invincible vibes.
Right.
Pretty stoked for it.
Invincibles, please.
What?
Invincibles, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Principles, please.
Doom: The Dark Ages. We all know what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
Rip and tear.
Yup.
Elden Ring Night Rain, co-op Elden Ring. There you go.
Yeah.
Like 3-player
That's
co-op
right.
Elden
That
Ring game.
co-op game. Yep.
And it has Dark Souls in it. Dark Souls 3 is in it. So something's going on.
Game of the Forever. There we go.
Uh-huh.
We're getting Enshrouded is getting ported to consoles. That's a big survival game that's out.
Yeah, that game's interesting.
Yep. Fable finally happening apparently. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Microsoft maybe. Will you?
Okay.
Will Microsoft actually not delay a game for once?
Yeah,
And
well.
this Fable, you can raise a horse and it will be like a real horse in real life and it will be delivered to you.
Yes.
So my question for this is, can they get me as attached to this horse as they did the dog in Fable 2? That's the real question.
Probably not as well as we
Dog.
remember.
Final. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Ooh.
Good.
Fable, wasn't that the game that was notoriously connected to the guy that overseeded his promises?
Yes,
Yeah,
he did it
Peter
all
Molyneux.
3
Okay,
times. Peter Molyneux,
just-
for every single one that came out, he promised more. He promised insane amounts for the first one, under-delivered. He's like, guys, no, the next one, this one's gonna be for real. And then the next one had less features, and they did that every time. And Fable 3 has the fewest features. It's very interesting.
Okay, so I was making a on-brand joke. I was
No, I
making
think
sure
he
that wasn't
stopped
wrong.
being involved with it at some point. But they
Didn't he
they
get
just kept
blacklisted?
removing features.
No. So what he
He-
did
Yeah.
is like he left Microsoft in 2012 after that Fable Connect game, and then he made this game called Curiosity: What's Inside the Cube, which
And that was a crazy story.
yes.
That guy, some guy is supposed to get a bunch of money for getting inside of the cube, and he's not getting nothing. And the game that it's supposed to get paid for, it's never coming out.
Peter Molyneux up the ass that whole story.
So
It's
yeah,
so nuts.
basically what ended up happening is the next game, the guy didn't get the payout because his next name Goddess, Godus.
It was Godhand.
Wait, did
Yeah.
it come out? It became a real game?
Yeah. It like.
I'm baffled.
Yeah. So yeah, it got what was inside. It got shit canned because Goddess was a failure. Then they did this thing called Goddess Wars, which also a failure. And then he was working on this game called The Trail, Frontier Challenge, as a designer. And then now he's working on something called Masters of Albion. And there's nothing about it. So
People have written him off on account of the overpromising his entire career.
yeah,
Yep.
he had a real good streak from like 93 to like 2008, where putting out like overpromised but good video games, like Populous and.
It was good.
You gotta remember, this is the man behind Syndicate, like the original Syndicate.
Yeah.
You know, and like Black and White and Fable, and then just Fable 2, and then everything after Fable 2 is just broken promises and disappointments.
It's just like
Doubles.
growing up.
Yes.
And his original promise for Fable 1 was like this
Insane.
simulationist dream, this insane, like impossible to make now game coming out for the original Xbox. It was just such an absurdity.
So, Final Fantasy 14 Mobile is happening.
Oh,
Yeah. We'll see how that goes.
Is it like a separate, or is it just log into your guy and play Final
It's
Fantasy
a
14?
separate thing. It's its own game,
Interesting.
own timeline,
Yeah.
world, etc.
Very weird.
So,
Then call it 14-2 or 14M. I don't know. Weird.
Ghost of Yote looks great. First Ghost of
I
Tsushima.
gotta
great.
play Ghost of Tsushima first.
You haven't played Ghost of Tsushima?
I haven't
No.
either.
Wow.
I have it.
You
I own it.
You should get on that. You would love
I
that
also
game.
own it.
Now I'm gonna wait for Assassin's Creed.
You're gonna play Assassin's Creed first, and then
He
you're like,
doesn't
"Go
want
Tsushima." Totally
He
ripped
doesn't
off
want to.
Assassin's
He
Creed.
doesn't want to worry like, this is this Ghost of Tsushima did Japan better.
Is this gonna like you're afraid it's gonna ruin Assassin's Creed for you? God damn it. That's hilarious.
I already have an issue following the wind. I don't need to do it in the video game.
Oh man.
The way that game does that stuff is so cool. Like the no HUD element for that, just follow the wind. It's such a good idea.
I really, jokes aside, I really do need to play it. I've wanted to. I have such a huge backlog of games that I've been slowly ticking off in like the last 2 months.
It might be worth checking that out before Shadows. Like seriously.
Yeah, like that
That's
one.
if Shadows comes out this year.
It's coming out in March. It might get pushed a week just for them to avoid the connection to a massive tragedy.
That might be a good call. Maybe do that.
But yeah, I think that it'll probably come out that time. So Grand Theft Auto 6, Q3, Q4.
6, it's GTA 6.
Everything revolves around this.
Comments in the chat. Final Fantasy 14 Mobile is looking better than the main game. Literally, Dwarf Wolf Dad says literally just beat Ghost of Tsushima. Fantastic story. Ari Starlight, I'm currently playing through Ghost of Tsushima, and it's super duper good. Yes, Ghost is. It was like my number 3 on my Game of the Year list that year. It was fantastic. It was that game is. If you are going to make a big open world game that is mainstream, that is exactly how you do it. So, anyway, GTA 6, that's going to be the biggest game of the year. It's going to make all the money in the world. They are expecting to make $1 billion in the first week.
They might.
Yeah. So you got that going on. You have John Carpenter's Toxic Commando.
I was looking at that. Is that a remaster?
That is a new game, but it's also made by the Space Marine 2 guys. So
but Toxic Commando, isn't that already established IP?
Yeah, but I believe it's a movie from what I
Oh.
Yes, that is. John. Yeah, see, I look it up and I'm just like, it's games. All right, hold on. John Carpenter's talks. Yeah, I keep getting ads for the new game, and I'm like, no, what is this based on?
Right.
You know, but it's based on a film, I believe. Let's see. Little Nightmares 3 is happening. They're doing a Lunar Remastered collection. Lucy, this is one you're into. Mafia: The Old Country. That's coming out Q2.
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. We get to see if they're gonna ruin Metal Gear 3.
Fun.
Yep. Gonna take the greatest game ever made and possibly ruin it. Looking forward to it.
Or it could be great.
It could be great. Yep.
How cynical in your old age.
Look, I saw what Konami did. I remember.
Yeah.
They had the ability for me to slurp down a snake like full noodle style.
Yeah.
Game of the year.
All right.
No, I remember if they use the cutscenes from the original game, he's like eating it from the middle. Like
yeah, some things need to be updated.
Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. That's coming out.
That'll be, yeah.
So that's
Metroid. It primes 4 times.
Yep. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, that new game by the Streets of Rage 4 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles team.
Hmm.
That game looks dope. Outer Worlds 2 coming out. That's happening.
That's right.
Outer Worlds.
Phantom Brave: The Lost Hero is happening by Nippon Ichi Software. Pokemon Legends Zagreus, that's happening.
Bringing it back.
We're getting a new Professor Layton game.
Cool.
That's been a while. Those games
I have
are
12 matchsticks. Let's go.
12 matchsticks, make it in a dream. Can we comment regarding Metal Gear? Can we please nuke Konami before they release it?
Yeah.
Not until they get done with that Metal Gear 4 port to PC. They're working on
Didn't
Master
get rid of all the
Collection
nukes
Yeah.
in Metal Gear 5, so I guess yes, we can.
Yeah. Also true. But yeah, they're putting out a Metal Gear Master Collection Part 2, and I want Metal Gear 4 out of... Okay, fine. MGS 4 port is worth it. I didn't know that was happening. Yeah, I second that. Yeah, once that's out, then we can nuke them. Then you can nuke them at that point.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, like they're working on that Master Collection Part 2. It's gonna have hopefully that in it is the hope. Hey, Shadow Labyrinth is getting ported to console. They're doing a new Shovel Knight game.
Nice.
That's happening.
Cool.
What else?
Going through the list. And a Tom Clancy Rainbow Six Mobile is happening.
Ooh.
Phone.
All right.
Play it, get called slurs in Rainbow Six on your phone. There you go.
Yep.
A lot of ways nowadays to get called a slur on your phone.
Yep.
Sure is.
I just walked down Midtown.
That's in person. That's another game. That's there's different strategy involved.
Yeah, you can't do
Different
it from
meta.
You can't do it from the convenience of your own home though.
You're right, because that's what I want the convenience at.
All right.
Save yourself the time,
All right, so that is everything that we have gotten done for the most anticipated of the year. Now we are on to the next part of the show, which is, for those of you who are new, we do this thing called Fantasy Game Critic. What Fantasy Game Critic is we, everyone please pull up the website, if you don't have it up already. I post the link in the general. What this is, it is similar to fantasy football, where we will go through and draft players, in this case games, and then when it comes out, it'll get reviews, and those, however well it reviews, will get you more points. Through the year, we can drop games and whatnot. So, like, for example, let's say, the new Mario game has a confirmed release date. I'm going to drop Civ or whatever in order to get this game, as long as another game hasn't come out. So, comment in the chat. I mean, they have COD Mobile, so they already have slur calling on mobile. You're right.
That's true.
Yeah, you're
It's
right.
yeah.
Now the meta for getting called a slur on your phone is actually it's pretty good.
Yeah,
You can do it pretty
solid.
fast.
You can get
Yeah.
it in. So
The TTS, the time to slur, very short.
time to
Very
slur.
short.
So I'm gonna call
Yep.
this episode when it gets posted "Time to Slur." Jesus.
Time to slur.
Slur per second.
There we go. Slur per second.
The SPS, yeah, the SPS.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and at the end of the year, when January comes around, we'll say who the winner is and go from there. So our teams are, with the first pick in the draft, we have Lucy's team, Dark Pragmatist Games. With the second pick in the draft, we have Aaron's team, No Comply Games.
Mhm.
We have, with the third pick, Duncan with One Big Gulp Games. Or the Ocean
No,
Games.
it's one big gulp the ocean games.
ocean,
That's what we should
yeah.
do to the ocean. Take it up one big gulp.
One big gulp. That's a
Gone.
big gulp.
It's gone.
All
we
right.
one big gulp the whole thing.
Can you imagine how big a big gulp full of the ocean would be?
You're gonna need a big guy who's big
It's
gulping.
very big.
All right. Then we have Emily with Wishful Thinking Games. And then finally,
Which, it's kind of all of us. Just
Yeah.
these are all wishful thinking.
and then
Oof.
finally we have me with Sex Panther Games.
Yep.
So,
All
In
right.
bed.
yep.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Anywhere your panther is sexing.
All right.
Yeah.
So, all right. This is the draft order. We are starting for the year, and the draft is in progress. So Lucy, go ahead and select your game.
I need to refresh. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
First, I have to go first.
Yes, Sex Panther. It is an Anchorman reference.
Yes, it is.
What am I supposed to be doing? Draft game? Okay.
Where do you go to select your games?
Hold. Well, I guess. Hold on. It should be. Unfortunately, I am not the first pick, so I don't know where this is. It should be on the page. Should be able to enter the.
It says the draft is currently in progress.
All right.
Let's see. To select next player's game for them, that's the draft management sidebar.
All right. Drafted.
There we go.
GTA
All right.
6. No surprises there. All right. Next up is
Yeah.
Amon.
That's a hell of a pick.
It's the most obvious pick. It's just like, yeah, that's
It is. No, yeah, that was going to go in the favor of whoever was first pick, no matter what.
Yeah, I thought about not picking it, but then I was like, oh, I'm gonna be playing that a lot this year.
Yeah.
I think that almost
I'm gonna kill so many hookers and get my money back half.
Rockstar. If you look up like Rockstar on Metacritic, which is what this is based on, it's like they are always floating in the mid to high 90s. That is easy money.
Right.
So,
there's a couple ways to
my
go
first
here.
draft pick will even appear in the system.
Oh man. All
I
right.
looked up our 2023 league, and that was really funny. Like nothing Aaron picked came out, so he ended up with like 36 points.
I forget. I just went wild with it and just I paid.
Yeah.
There's no clock, right? There's a metaphorical clock of everyone's patience.
Yes, it is. How patient do you think everyone watching the show is?
All right. Yeah.
That's also a good pick. Doom: The Dark Ages, the second overall
Damn
pick.
Its projections are higher than GTA 6.
Well, that's
we'll see.
That's because they think it's actually going to come out this year. Because they're factoring that in.
That's fair.
That was the one I was gonna pick over GTA 6, to be honest.
Except you didn't.
Either of those are great picks.
Yeah, they are.
Those are both really good.
My go-to pick isn't available on the list. Okay.
Do you have somebody reviewing that game, Bronson?
What, GTA or Doom?
No, Doom.
No. If you want to review it, sure. If you want to do like a proper video review, that I will have to talk to Anthony about and get the okay for him to be the editor and whatnot.
Okay.
So,
Going for Pirate Yakuza.
You son of a bitch!
Yeah.
That's my pick. Or was.
My top draft pick was going to be, something I'll keep a secret for when we talk about our most anticipated games. It's my number one most anticipated game.
Okay.
And it's not on the list. It doesn't exist.
Fantastic. Okay.
All right. Let's see how it is.
Emily is deep in thought.
Emily is pondering. She'd be pondering.
A wealth of video games are in front of her. For now, she can only pick one.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought it'd be.
Wait,
Yes.
what?
What was it? What happened?
What happened? I need to see. Oh yes, okay, yeah.
Ghost
I
of
don't know why I thought
Yote.
otherwise.
Wait, what was it?
Ghost of Yote.
That's a good pick. That's a real
That's a
good
good pick. Damn.
Alright,
As
hold
the
on.
Sucker Punch fangirl, I have to pick Ghost of Yote.
Alright.
Right.
It's yeah. Yep.
Alright. Draft game. Alright,
Gotta be a
well, at
better
this
page.
point, I have
Jesus.
2 options in my mind, but I'm gonna try and get points on the board early, and we're gonna draft us a Monster Hunter. So
Damn.
Monster
Oh
Hunter.
yeah, let's go.
Alright.
All right.
I was thinking against it because the performance in beta wasn't great as far as tech, and that's gonna affect reviews. But I think they'll get it fixed.
I think all of these games are fantastic first round picks.
Yes. All right, we're on to the second round. Lucy, who you got?
Oh, this isn't Snake. We go front to back.
Yep.
Okay.
And to refresh. Wait, it's not showing me.
Oh wait, no, it is Snake. It is Snake. Okay, so no, it's me. It's me. Sorry, my bad.
Oh, wow,
Listening.
okay.
My bad. I have very strong doubts this game is gonna come out this year, but if it does, I know it's gonna review super well. So I'm gonna go with Metroid Prime 4 Beyond.
Ooh.
That's I got my safe bet, and I need to get a little wild. All right, now it's
That's
back
a
to
little
the
wild.
board.
You're a little crazy with it.
A little crazy.
Crazy like a cocoa nut.
40.
It's a very, very old GIF.
All right, Emily, what you got?
Was it my turn again? Shit.
Yeah, it's
It
Snake. it's
is.
Snake
Yeah, we
order.
went
Yeah.
snake order.
Let me see.
Are Bronson now the only two that have played fantasy football?
I think
It's been a while since I've played fantasy football.
Okay.
Like,
That
it's
makes sense.
been
Like fantasy
since I
football.
dated my boyfriend that long, and that was like 10 years. So,
Gotcha. Yeah. Yep.
All right.
I'm gonna make things interesting.
All right.
Yeah. Let's get interesting.
Let's get weird.
So is it only things with confirmed release dates?
No, it just release year. So, and also if it doesn't have a date, like
Ooh.
okay. If
Interesting.
That
if-
reminds me.
if you think Hollow Knight or a new Mario is coming this year, you can make that bet. Like you can be like, fuck it, we ball.
I guess I'll take the free points. I guess.
Oh man.
All
right.
I was thinking about that one instead of Metroid, but
Like free points.
I went big. I was like, no. We need to. If Metroid comes out, it's gonna be 90 plus. So
At
No.
least.
Elden Ring getting less than 90 plus? I doubt it. Everybody loves FromSoft too much.
It's the multiplayer aspect that I'm concerned about. All right,
Which is fair.
we're back to Aaron.
Yeah.
Hey, Armored Core PvP was sick.
You're right. You're right.
Oh, it's gonna get weird in a couple rounds here.
Oh yeah, because
Oh,
we all have to pick, I
shit.
think it's 7 or 8 games, so it's gonna get real thin, and then we have to get real weird with it. You have to make some guesses.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, why do you think I started to go interesting now?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're kind of getting there. Already on the first page of potential selections, I'm like, ooh.
Right.
It's gonna get weird.
Just like a couple years ago, the reason why I did 8 is that's when you have to start like going into AA and indies and like doing some wishful bets. Like I
Yup.
think a new Mario is
Right.
gonna come out this year. I think a new Zelda is gonna come out this year. Or, a new whatever.
I'm gonna make a bet. I'm gonna make a bet with this.
Big money.
Okay. What are we thinking?
Oh, that's a
Fiction.
smart bet. That's a smart bet. Good man.
Yeah.
There are
Yeah.
two other games that are jumping out at me, but I'm just like, I don't know how this is gonna be on release. I don't know.
I was actually looking at that one too before I picked Kingdom Come. I was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
hmm.
Yeah.
Comments in the chat. Just got back from feeding doggos. Emily picked a good first one. Ghost is gonna be great, and big money, no whammies.
No
Big
whammies.
bucks, no whammies. Look out!
All
Let's go,
right.
Peter Tamarkin.
All right, Lucy, you're up. You're up.
Oh, I know. I'm looking. I'm looking.
All right, what's he betting on? What's Lucy doing?
I don't know if I want to go weird yet.
Is
Some of
Lucy
these
gonna be
I-
goosey?
Always. I always give the goose.
You're gonna win.
I
The Lucy's
spiritually
goose.
give out goose energy.
Yeah.
Jesus. All right.
Whatever that means.
I mean, aggressive and arbitrary, right?
All
Yes,
right, all right.
Padme. All right, you know what? I'm just gonna go with it.
Go with it.
Hey!
7.
I think that'll at least review in the 80s, so you're guaranteed points.
At least so you're
Anything
guaranteed.
that
Yeah.
anything that review that doesn't come out or reviews below a 70 is worth nothing.
You got to pick
So-
again, though.
I'm
Yeah, you get
going
to
to
pick the game.
straight up disappear when this game releases.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know how long.
No doubt
I
in
don't
my
know when
mind.
I will be gone, and I will. Well, I mean, I don't know if I'll ever come back.
All right, Lucy, it's your go. You got another one.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it's snake order.
So
Yeah.
every time I get into these games, the first time I ever did like a 36-hour stream, I was playing one game of Civ.
sounds
Goes.
about right.
That's
I used to play a lot of Civ on when I was a caregiver, and I was on grave shift because after you clean the house and do your bed check, you're effectively done. So I would play Civ 5 for hours on end.
What a good game.
Yep. The real question is where's Lucy going next?
Yeah.
Where's he going?
Civ was when Civ 5 came out, there were like certain games during that time where it was like upon release, like, oh, this is one of the best games ever. Like Uncharted 2 was ridiculous, and a few other games like that. But when Civ 5 came out, that was one of those like, holy shit.
Yep. I'm curious, is Lucy gonna make the Assassin's Creed bet? Is he gonna bet on it?
Leading him. You're leading him. I love it. Put your money where your
Excited
mouth
for it.
is.
Cutting floor 3.
Ooh, that's a good
Ooh,
pick.
All right.
That's a
Dig it,
good
I dig
pick.
it.
Just within my couple of Discord servers, that Killing Floor 2 and 1 have been like a
Right.
massive thing.
They have a huge following, you know?
They do. And their developers are super cool. I got to meet them. They're great people. All right, Aaron. What you thinking? Where you going?
I've got page 2 onward. You're looking around, just like, man.
Crazy. I'm locked in already. I have been. I'm just like hoping y'all don't pick my pick.
That's yep. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. I don't know. Talk about something for a short moment.
While you're deciding.
Comment in the
The
chat.
Pokemon. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Nice to know you, Lucy, regarding Civ.
Yeah,
And
I had
then-
to think about that for a second. I was like, oh.
I was gonna say I think Pokemon is probably going to score awful. I think that
Oh yeah.
it would be a terrible pick. I think that its Metacritic rating is going to be awful, and 1 million people are going to play it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah.
correct.
All right. I'm gonna put my money. I'm gonna do it. I don't feel super strongly, but I want it. This is partially me hoping.
What? Oh, I think that game will review at least in the 80s.
But here's my thought. Here's my thought process is like you gotta remember when Death Stranding 1 came out, like it confused people. And there were like
It
just
still
to
confuses people.
it still confuses people, but it's like when reviewers were talking about their 50 hours they put in to try and review the game, it would take a half hour to explain what the game was before they could even talk about their thoughts on it. And my hope is that because this is a sequel, They will be familiar with what Kojima is going for. They'll be familiar with what the game is. There'll be some differences, but you're still gonna be throwing piss and shit grenades at ghosts, and it's gonna be fucking Norman Reedus going.
So,
And
well, the good
yeah.
news is if it matches the original's review scores, you're going to be getting at least 10 points out of it. So
Yes.
it is a it got an 82.
I'm getting points. Yeah.
Like you're definitely going to be getting good points. This is not you're picking, a game that's going to be in the 60s potentially.
Right.
So, and the director's cut reviewed even better at an 85. So
Well,
you're
yeah,
gonna-
that's the director's cut.
This game is
So-
showing as ineligible status-wise.
Oh, why is that? What is it?
Well, it's Deltarune.
What?
Oh, is it because it might be considered a?
Technically,
Oh, sorry.
it's
go ahead.
technically considered a early release, or in
yes.
like.
Oh,
You're not
man.
allowed early
All
access
right.
games in this, so.
Apparently, I'm in the minority on some of those the early
Thing is,
access
I wouldn't
rules.
consider it really early access. I feel like it's that I feel like they're distinct games, each chapter of part of like a larger anthology game.
Right.
I get that.
Uh,
Unfortunately, I am not the creators of Fantasy Great Game
It-
Critic.
Well,
Exactly.
either way, I figured out how to draft a game that isn't on the list. So
Alright,
Okay.
Go for it.
Just did a search on it and found it.
All right.
so
I'm waiting in suspense.
why is it called Delta?
This is a custom
What
game that has
happened?
not been
Wait a
linked
minute.
to a master game. This league can link it using an associate game in the sidebar. All
There
right,
you
so
go.
that
All right,
one
so Bronson,
I will
you can-
just have to calculate manually and see how it does on Metacritic.
Okay, so it's not even Deltarune though that I picked. It said draft your thing, and I typed in Dokapon Sword of Fury,
Oh.
and Delta came out.
Okay, well.
We'll figure that out. Can you
Ooh.
change people's picks as manager?
Let me
To be
check.
kind of fucked up, but also, yeah.
Draft, pause, reset draft, undo last draft. Okay, hold on. I need to pause the draft. Okay.
Okay.
And then I need to do undo last game drafted. Okay, and then I need to resume draft. All right, Duncan, there you go.
All right, let's try this again.
Draft unlisted game, Dokapon Sword of Fury. We do that, and we do that. Draft game.
All right.
Okay.
I'll have to keep an eye out. All right.
Nice.
All right, Emily, what's your bet?
Trying to think.
Oh man. Yeah, this is actually we went through like the list of releases, but this is actually a more fun way to be like, all right, scrolling through pages like, oh yeah, that's coming
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Oh.
Just-
Oh.
Just like minutes of Sims reactions to.
Oh, that's a fun pick. That's a fun pick,
Oh,
Emily.
that is a fun pick. I like that. I dig that. Date everything.
And during the holidays, they did a 12 days of date everything. So like all the different actors that are part of this game, not just Ray Chase, Robbie Damon, and Max Middleman. So you've got like Ashley Johnson, Marisha Ray, Neil Newman from Baldur's Gate 3. My boy Daisuke Tsuji is in this game, and I am so excited.
That is a
Yeah.
that is a solid lineup. All right, so I'm torn between two games, but I am going to take the points because the other game has been delayed for 4 years now, and I'm just like, I know that game is going to review super well when it's out, but I don't want to take a 0 or be trying to pick up something in August. So,
Right.
we're gonna go Avowed. We're taking Avowed. All right, and
I was actually looking at
Hey.
that one too before I
Yeah.
saw date everything. I was like, I'm gonna go for this one.
Let's see, and then I'm gonna see what else do we got here. That's a good bet. Is the question. God, there's so much shit that's slated for this year, but I'm also just like, is it actually coming this year? You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Those big bets, man.
I'm about to make a really big bet because this is not a game that is even like. Actually, no, I can save this for later because I'm guessing no one is thinking about it. You know what? This game seems like something that would review well with the Critic crowd. South of Midnight. That Microsoft
What's that
project.
game?
That's that Microsoft project, like in the Bayou with that girl that like got.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
It could
yeah.
be. That's an interesting pick.
I think
Alright.
that game has the marks of doing well with the critics. It seems like it has a unique art style and it looks good, and you know,
Sounds like it'll have good performance.
yeah.
I want to see more of it.
Yep. All right, Emily's on the board again.
Wishful Thinking Games is on the clock.
With the 20th pick in the Super Gamecraft Fantasy Critic Draft.
It's gonna get so thin by the end of this, looking at how many games there are
Oh
to
yeah,
pick.
no, dude.
I know.
I know by the time it gets to me again, I am just gonna be taking swings, bro. I'm just gonna be
Who's
taking...
gonna be the Brock Purdy of
Yeah.
of this list of games?
Which one of you is the Tom Brady of the Fantasy Critic Draft? Oh, lordy.
Ooh.
All right, Duncan,
interesting
your turn.
pick.
Oh,
Alright.
that is a good pick.
I
That
was
is-
looking at that one.
Rift of the Necrodancer. Yeah. Yep. Ooh, Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake.
That's easy
Good
points.
games,
That's easy money.
remakes of good games.
It turns out.
That is
Might be all right.
Dragon Quest 3 reviewed relatively well. I assume 1 and 2 will as well. So, yeah, that's easy money. That's easy money.
The guy who's pre-ordered 10 copies of the game is weird.
Wow.
Oh, I was scrolling through. And lots of games are just like, this would be interesting if it made it out
If it does
this
it,
year.
That's kind of one of the problems of what I was thinking about particularly. I'm like, if it were to come out in this year, this would be amazing.
Looking through this list, I feel like it gets we are gonna be, each of us are gonna have to make a bet on some of these. It's like it might not be coming out this year, but we just gotta pick something that we think is gonna score big.
Do know that later in the year y'all can drop games to pick up other games that are not owned by
Right.
the player. So like,
Yep.
you are not locked in for the whole of 2025. If we got Summer Games Fest happening, a bunch of release dates will happen. I'm sure there's gonna be a bunch of drops and pickups around that time.
I am locked in on Dokapon Sword of Fury.
Mm-hmm.
Dokapon Kingdom has a 97 on Metacritic.
Ooh.
And that's critic score because it bases on critic score.
Score. It
Wow.
it reviewed insanely well, just nobody knew about it.
Okay. I will. Okay. I'm that if Elden Ring and Dokapon review as well as their previous, those are both like you're getting like 55 points.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Yeah.
The thing is, it's so obscure that Dokapon Sword of Fury wasn't on the list.
Yeah. That's the risk you run in your case is your. Aaron betting on City of Wolves.
I think so.
All right. Well, Lucy got 2 picks in a row now. Let's see what you
Yeah,
get.
yeah.
Well, let's see what you get.
I just think with Street Fighter and Tekken and Guilty Gear going as hard as they are, King of Fighters has an opportunity to make a big move.
Lucy taking a big risk with Metal Gear remake. Okay.
You know
All
what?
right.
So I've seen it. I've paid a bit of attention to this one. I did play a bit of the first one. and I'm looking forward to actually getting through the whole entire game, for once. But I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. A lot of these remasters have been coming out pretty well.
Yeah, it's more just I don't have faith in Konami. I will say this is a lot safer after the Silent Hill remake being good.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's
yeah.
that's what I'm gonna go with.
But all right. Well, you got another pick. So let's see what you got.
That's a game on the level of like Resident Evil 4. Just like, do not fuck this up.
Yeah, like that is legitimately my favorite game of all time. The original is Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely try.
Let's see.
Some of these I just don't know anything about.
It's we're getting there.
This is where you have to have deep knowledge or some good ass luck. Yeah.
We're good feeling. Yeah, good feeling, good vibes.
Yeah. I'm
God,
honestly
I'm just like I hate sitting here and being like, don't pick this, don't pick
Yep.
this. I've got the pick. I need you to not pick it.
Two
I
out
was
of
gonna
the
say,
next.
there's one game that.
Two
You know
out
what?
of the
Go
next.
ahead.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Just because. I know it hasn't been announced, but I want it,
All right.
and I know it's gonna be big. I know it's gonna be
That's
big.
That's a pick.
I think that game is gonna review really well. It's just that all the leaks said it's 2026, so you are making a big bet on Sony to get it out early. But
big bet on Tony.
Yeah.
that's a
The
big
biggest
bet.
of bets.
It'll be fine. No, I mean it's been a couple years since they announced it. Who knows? Maybe it'll be a holiday game.
I mean,
It'd be nice.
Well, look, as much as I want that to happen, because I love a lot of Insomniac's output. Legitimately, their company was hacked last year, or the year before that now, and it was listed as a 2026 game. So, so that could change. Game development's weird, and it could have got its timetable bumped up, but
Well, they were also working on that Spider-Verse game, and then they canceled that. So there could have been a lot of reshuffle that actually happened after the hack.
The thing is
that
game
could
that game wasn't even listed on that chart of planned dates. So I'm curious if it's gonna happen. But hey, later in the year you drop it and pick up something else that's on the way. So it's not that like that's the thing. Remember, just we're gonna be doing like monthly or bi-monthly check-ins with this. So we'll see. Anyway,
yeah. All right, I'm gonna make a bet based on me hoping it's good. I really want this game to be good, so I'm making my pick.
All right, let's see it. Ooh, all right.
Thank God. I can make my pick.
Hell yeah!
Sweating, just sweating. Oh,
there you go. Yeah,
that's safe money. That's some safe money right there. Slaying
Save
some
money.
spires.
Love that game. Everybody loves that game.
My girlfriend played the crap out of that.
Never
game.
played it.
Great.
Slay the Spire was really good. I played it when it was on Game
Pass,
and it was spectacular.
I played it on a 16-hour flight, and it was great.
That's a good airplane game. It's
a great airplane game.
You made a good choice. All right. What about you, Emily? Where we at? You got a bet? Where we bet? Where we bet? Okay. That's an interest. All right. I've never heard of that one. Or if I have, I'm forgetting about it.
What game?
Sorry, what?
What game is it? What do we pick?
Wander
What is
Stop.
Wander Stop?
I don't know.
Jonah?
Just based on the picture alone, it looks kind of cute.
Okay,
cute
cool.
art's a good
Well,
bet.
it's from the creator of the Stanley Parable and the Beginner's Guide.
Oh, that
So,
thing's gonna go crazy. That thing's gonna go crazy.
that's gonna
That's
review.
points. That's
That's-
incredible points.
That's out in March. I'm adding this, and it's a cozy game too. So, yeah, it's about it's a narrative-centric cozy game about change and tea. You're running tea shop. So, all right. Well, now it's my turn. All right. Because I get 2 picks in a row. I'm gonna do a safe bet, then I'm gonna do a not safe bet, then a safe bet. This game has to come out eventually. Hollow Knight Silk Song.
No,
Terrible
do not play
bet.
Ninja. I swear to God.
Points, baby.
Wait, what, Duncan?
I said 0 points. 0 points. That game's not coming out.
Oh my God. Oh God.
All right.
Ninja, if you're watching this, we miss you. We love you.
Didn't he select that game 2 years ago?
You
God.
did. That's why
You
I'm
could've
saying
selected
you're
that
about to
game
pull a Ninja. You
6 years
dipshit.
ago.
God. All right.
If the game comes out in 2025, I'm gonna self-immolate on your doorstep.
Well, might I
Just do
suggest
it.
something a little less extreme?
Just do it on the bottom of the porch, and find us a new Tuesday co-host first.
Yeah, I'll crawl under there like a cat.
As for other game, that seems like a pretty consistent safe bet.
Safe bet.
I'm gonna go with the Outer Worlds 2.
Yeah.
I think that'll be out this year and get at least an 80.
Yeah.
So
Getting both Avowed and Outer Worlds too.
I'm betting big on Obsidian. Yeah.
Go big or go home.
Betting big on not Bethesda.
Betting big on 3 Microsoft games as well.
Yeah.
This is one of the dumbest years I've had doing this.
They're on a roll right now.
They are. I'm hoping that hot streak keeps up. Gotta keep going.
I was thinking about that. They're on a roll in terms of their releases. Like theoretically, off of Call of Duty, they're making all the right choices. But is the word of mouth getting out there about Game Pass because of it? I don't know.
I hope so. Like I told everyone, yo,
I hope
play
so.
Indiana Jones. It's amazing.
Like theoretically, their game plan is fantastic. It's just are regular people getting the drift on like, hey, Game Pass is cool.
Also, Emily, you're up.
Oh, I know.
Oh.
I just want to say something real quick.
Yeah.
There's one game here that no one's picked yet, and I kind of want to pick it just to
Do
piss
it.
people off.
Do it.
Do it.
You won't. You won't.
Do it.
You won't do it.
Do it.
What? I won't pick it, or I won't piss
You
you
ain't
off?
got the guts.
You won't. You won't. Yeah, you won't pick it.
Pick it. Pick it.
Here's what I say about that. Fuck you.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh.
It could do fine.
It
It
could
could
get,
be
like-
totally fine.
Like, if you look up Assassin's Creed on Metacritic, it generally scores in the 70s and 80s. So I think you're going to get at least points out of it.
You're gonna get points.
Yeah.
I mean, I was gonna pick it, but I wanted to get some weird picks out there too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I have some weird picks already, so
Yeah. You know,
I'm-
speaking of points, though, cop that.
I'm taking.
Ooh, all right.
I'm taking like moonballs. That's a fairly safe bet.
I was
Points,
thinking
points.
about doing that one too.
this franchise has been doing pretty good on critic wise. So
Yeah, like Assassin's
Ah.
Creed is like a guaranteed low 80s from what I'm seeing. Like every single one scores like 80, so you're guaranteed to get at least like somewhat okay points. Like their most recent one got a 76, so you'd be getting 6 points at least. You're gonna get something.
Yeah.
This isn't a
I'm gonna
Hollow
get
Knight-
something.
This isn't a Hollow Knight situation where it's very likely I am gonna have to drop it and panic pick something else. Ugh.
And that's what I was saying. You're pulling a ninja right now.
Look. Every year, someone in Fantasy Critic has to take that game and get fucked by
Oh,
it.
you're right. Incredible points. Incredible points.
Because
But
when it
that's
comes
not
out,
happening.
that game is gonna be a high 90, and you're gonna be like, "Oh shit, this is worth 28 points." But until then, you're fucking
Remaking
yourself.
the game not in Unity. There's no way it comes out in 2025.
Look, man, just let me have this. Let me have this.
All right.
I remember when Microsoft put it on their 2022 release calendar, like it was coming out this year. Oh, that was so funny.
I live by the sword,
All right,
so I need to die by the sword.
all right,
Sword.
all right.
Yeah.
I'm a couple of different reasons. This is a
To his
risky
own
pick.
gut.
Of course you
To
would.
his own gut,
Of
the
course you
blade
would.
goes.
You know, it's not a mainline Pokemon game. They're gonna be doing something a little
Some
different
weird
with
shit.
it. And the last
Right,
time
this
they
is
did
the sequel
that,
to
they
Legends
did
Arceus.
right. And that was an interesting ass game. They were doing something different, and I thought that was really cool. So
Also-
It was really cool.
Also, low 80s on Metacritic, so you're doing all right. Oh,
I'm
Lucy,
getting points.
Lucy coming in hot. Mafia the Old
Ooh,
Country.
yeah,
Okay.
good pick.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Quick
I
draw.
love all of their games.
Those games are good. I do like those games. They are very much big open world things that do cool shit. All right.
And I'm gonna throw another weird one out there, but only because it's on
Oh.
brand for me.
You want to talk about games that are not coming out this year?
Oh,
Rise of
man.
Hydra.
That game looks cool as hell.
It does.
I mean,
It does.
I like the idea of it for sure. It would be cool if it came out, but we'll see.
All right. All right. So that leaves that's back to Aaron.
There's some choices here.
I'm just really hoping you miss the choice. I really hope you miss it. That's what
I'm just sitting
I'm
here.
fingers crossed.
I just want to have the conversation. Like, okay, all the leaks about Nintendo,
Yeah.
and
You
the
mean
Switch coming out
Nintendo.
this year. Nintendo don't say that this game comes out this year. It's not. But like, it's funny seeing unannounced mainline 3D Mario platformer and Mario Kart unannounced next mainline console game here. Because I'm sitting here like, if they release this console but they don't have one of those, I don't know.
I don't know, but I've also
One.
lived.
It's one or the other.
Yeah, like the thing.
I think it's
there
gonna be
is,
Mario Kart.
It's gonna be. You think it's gonna be okay? One. It's always gonna be one or the other.
Yes.
For sure. Like that. So you're basically placing a 50-50 bet on which one is gonna come
That's
out.
the thing.
It'll review well.
Oh, I
It
think
very
Mario
much
Kart-
feels like a game that. It very much feels like a game that. It's you may be making a pick in August. Later.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Maybe-
if you pick one, I'll pick the other.
Okay. All right. Which order are we going? Ascending or descending right now?
I believe it's your turn, Aaron.
Yeah,
It
and
is my turn, but
Mario Kart 8.
Me next.
Yeah, Duncan's next. Mario Kart 8.
Oh, okay.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe got a 92 on Metacritic, so you're
Sure
pretty,
did.
Yeah, so you're
Mario Odyssey also reviewed incredibly well.
like 97. Like Mario Odyssey is was to be fair, that game was also one of the best goddamn platformers ever made. So,
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a bet. I'm gonna do it. Let's go.
It's
Mario
funny.
Kart.
I was thinking about that. Like, I was like, if this gets far enough down this and no one takes this, I will fucking commit this suicide pact. Yeah.
The thing is my next pick
Mhm.
that I have lined up
Mhm.
is not this. So I have to hope again that you don't find my pick by the time it gets back to me.
Yes, but on the other side of that, unannounced mainline Mario 3D platformer is a guaranteed 90 practically.
If it comes out.
If
If it comes out, right.
Otherwise, Mario Kart comes out and Aaron's got a guaranteed 90.
Yeah, so one of you guys have basically entered a suicide pact.
Yep,
So,
yep. There it is, suicide pact.
Shake and bake, except it's against each other.
Yep. All right. What's all right, Emily is next on the docket.
Hmm.
Also, I like how we have all 3 major Nintendo games that are probably coming out this year for Switch 2 picked.
Yep.
Just everyone's really betting on that Switch 2.
I
Okay,
mean,
like, you know,
Yeah.
Definitely coming out.
it's
Ugh.
definitely coming out. They are not going to make the same mistake twice on messing up the marketing of that console.
Oh, I don't think that. Oh, that's
Professor
another good one.
Layton.
Professor Layton. That is a good
Good
pick.
pick.
All right.
he's
He's a good
always
pick.
do fairly well, so he's
That
a
was my
goodie.
backup if one of you picks my pick. So now I'm backup list.
Okay.
All right,
let's
Bronson's
see.
got 2 picks in a
Wait, your
row.
first pick
All
hasn't
right.
been picked yet, has it?
All right.
My
So
my first pick, no, I picked it. It's Dokapon Sword of Fury. That was my first
So-
pick, but it wasn't on the
Okay.
list. But then I figured out how to put it on the list.
okay. So for my first one, I have to stay true to my love of fighting games. We're going 2XKO.
Shit.
Motherfucker!
Ugh,
Oh wait, that was it. That was the last pick.
that was the last
was it?
pick.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. It
Yeah.
wasn't
Just
even
complete.
back to me. I'm good.
So
Ugh.
2XK was what I was eyeing.
Yeah, same.
I knew it'd come out with good
Yep.
reviews.
Damn.
I knew it would be good.
It's going to
I
be
just
popular as
needed you
hell.
not
The
to think
question
about
is,
it.
Yeah.
well, eventually I was going to think about that game. It's just a matter of
Yeah.
So
I know.
the
I
draft.
thought there was 3 more slots.
The
I
draft.
know.
The draft is
Same.
complete. From now on, we can make bids for games that were not drafted. Though if you use money now, you can't use money later. So yeah. So as for where they have projections on where stuff is gonna be, like based on
Yep.
hype and how previous games have reviewed. I am projected to score highest, followed by Duncan, then Aaron, then Emily, then Lucy. So,
I'm always in last place, damn it.
I'll say
never know, man.
he's projected to score highest solely based on the fact that he has Hollow Knight.
yes.
That's like your big thing. If Hollow Knight doesn't come through, I think you literally plummet bottom.
yeah, probably.
It's the thing about it's the thing
I
you
think
learn.
that puts you right above Lucy.
Yeah.
It's a thing that we learned from enough fantasy football is projections mean nothing.
Yes.
They
Yeah.
absolutely
Yeah, no.
mean nothing.
Like, okay, so if you want to talk about someone who fucked themselves, it was in 2023. Aaron picked Starfield, which didn't come out, Forspoken, which didn't come out, Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, which didn't come out, and Saints Row, which scored a 63, so it was worth minus 7 points, and ended up
Yep.
with 36 points.
Yep.
And then we had Ninja, who bet on Hollow Knight and fucked himself. And then, I'm gonna be real, I did safe bets the entire way down. Ended up with a bunch of 80s, and then 169 for goddamn Gotham Knights. And then Elden Ring gave me 31 points.
Right.
So,
Yeah, because
like,
that reviewed so well.
yes.
Having Elden Ring really helped.
Yeah, even without Elden Ring, though, I still would have won by about 20 points if I would have picked any other game that scored an 80.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
But where's the fun in not making all safe bets, you know?
Yeah, no, I honestly
Telling
think...
you.
I honestly think the safest list here is probably Lucy's, because he's going to get guaranteed points across the board, except for the end. The person who has the most
But you never
games-
know.
I'll say this, the person who has the most games that are actually coming out are Emily and Duncan, so I think they are going to be the ones who are going to be in the real race.
No idea how much of a sleeper Dokapon Sword of Fury is.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna go crazy.
I bet on
That'll be a
Hollow
big one.
Knight because I'm a moron, so, yeah, I don't know.
We still love you, though.
Yes, thank you. So we got time.
Love you long time.
But yeah, that's the draft. We'll be keeping you updated with this as the season progresses. probably next month. In the meantime, everyone can go fill remaining slots if they want to go make some bids. If someone else outbids you, they outbid you. It happens.
Where do we see? $100 each. Okay.
Yep, you got a budget of $100. You can also drop games. You can trade games. So if I want to offer, like, let's say I really think Elden Ring Night Rain is going to be a 95, I can offer up 2 games to get it to Duncan, and he can accept the trade. He can decline it. So yeah.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Yep. So it's a bunch of fun stuff. We're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep an eye on it.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
Yep. Anyway,
It'll be a fun year.
It'll be yes, it will be. As for what else we're doing in today's show is, hey, because it's the most anticipated show, we wrote a bunch of anticipated games lists.
Sure did.
And it looks like all of our cameras except mine might be frozen.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Hold on a sec.
Oh boy, here we go.
Here we go.
Hold on. It's reconfiguring everyone's camera. Give it a
Cool.
second. Now everyone's camera is just spinning icons. Fantastic.
Hell yeah. All right.
Whee!
All right. Well, up. Okay, Duncan's almost came back for a minute there. All right. All right. Well, looks like no one's camera wants to work on my side, so that's great.
Wonderful.
I don't know why it's spazzing out like this, but all right. Hey. Okay. Well, anyway, I guess we'll just have to go like this. Everybody enjoy.
I mean, you could end drop call and then rejoin call.
Yeah, you're right. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna try that.
We were just talking about you. All good things.
Weird.
All good things.
Hey, how's it going?
And there we go. Everything seemed to work. Alright,
I'm getting less
Yeah.
confident about my Dokapon pick now that I'm looking at it because I looked at the Metacritic review for the re-release of Dokapon Kingdom. Not good.
Okay. Ooh.
We will see.
We'll see what
We'll
happens.
find out. So, everyone here wrote in most anticipated list, top 10 list, for games that are coming out this year. We're going to do what we did for Game of the Year. We're going to go one by one. This time's going to be a little less dialogue because they're not out yet and we know jack shit about them besides pedigree. So, Lucy, get us started.
I don't need dog food.
That was
Nope.
really... All right. Moving on.
All right. So how are we doing this? Just like last week, I'm just gonna go down or go up my list.
Yep,
10 to 1.
Your least anticipated, your most anticipated on your top 10. Yep.
All right. So we're starting from least.
Yep.
Directive 8020, Sinking City 2, Fable, Dying Light the Beast, Jedi Power Battles, Mafia, GTA 6, Assassin's Creed, Doom, and Civ.
The fact that Assassin's Creed is above GTA 6 is wild. But alright. That is a wild take.
I'm surprised you didn't make any comment about Jedi Power Battles.
Well, you're listing them one after the other.
Curious
So we could-
about
yeah,
that
like
one.
I was
I'll ask
expecting a
about
little
it later.
dialogue between each, but alright. Alright, Emily, what do you got?
What is Jedi Power Battles?
I used to play it on the PlayStation 1, y'all.
Oh, that.
It's getting
Okay.
re-release.
I was wondering if it was a new game. Okay.
Oh,
It-
that
well,
was
I mean-
that was the one that was actually somewhat decent. I was thinking of Masters of Terrakasai or whatever the hell it was. Yeah, okay.
We don't talk about that.
Herakasi, yeah.
No, whatever.
That's heresy.
Fake ass Star Wars name. All right, Emily, what's your top 10 most anticipated?
All right. Civ 7,
All right, that makes
Borderlands
sense.
4.
Really? Okay. All right.
I'm curious.
It's good that we do give some benefit of the doubt. That game could be cool.
Doom, The Dark Ages.
Fuck yes.
Mhm.
Oh, that
That game
was
was
so
sick.
good.
Swear to
It
God.
does.
Fable.
All right.
Sure. Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Shadows.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Fair enough.
GTA 6.
Yes.
Yup.
Hell yes.
See, right answer.
Yeah.
Professor Layton.
Yeah, I think that's a game my
Yep.
girlfriend would really like. I need to show her it once it's out.
Metroid Prime 4.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
that's another one that's gonna be real good once it's out. Probably
Monster Hunter Wilds.
Mm-hmm.
the game that will consume the Discord in 1 month's time.
Yep.
Pretty much. And Ghost of Yote.
That's
Good. Good
Probably gonna be a
list.
good one. All right, Duncan, what we got?
Bottom of the list is, I think, Monster Hunter Wilds.
All right.
All right, then we got Deltarune, the new chapters.
All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Fable.
Uh-huh.
Then I believe it's Pokemon Legends ZA.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Going into Civ 7. Then Death Stranding 2
On the beach.
on the beach. Then Elden Ring Night Rain.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Alright.
Pirate Yakuza.
Yeah.
and Dokapon Swords of Fury, the #1. We're getting the wabbit. We're getting the wabbits back. We're gonna get their shield. We're gonna get an angel joker. It's gonna be so good.
Hell yeah.
Oh my God.
Fucking
we need
Dokapon.
to do like a video of us doing a short run of that game. I think it'd be
I
really
would-
funny.
Sure.
I would wipe
Yeah.
the floor with you. I would destroy you. I would turn you into paste.
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
Unironically,
Have you considered this is why no one wants to play Dokapon?
I unironically believe I know more about Dokapon than anybody.
Okay.
I have a game of Dokapon with 2 other people that has gone maybe 100 hours, 110. It's not finished.
Hey. Yeah, that's another thing to consider. Starting looking at that game.
Well,
As a group.
luckily, Dokapon has a mode where you can limit it to a number of weeks. So that game that we're at is at 178 weeks of games, but but you can just limit it to being like, oh, this only has like it's a 10-week game, so it's like 70 turns.
That's good. All right. All right.
All right.
Ooh,
All
right.
right, Aaron. Let's hit it. What do you got?
All right. Number 10. I actually have Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii.
Yeah. Fuck yes.
There you
Because-
go.
Look, man, we don't have a lot of great pirate games, and like
Pirate.
just looking at the sailing in that game alone, just like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Majimahan, big boy, he's the guy.
Pokemon Legends ZA.
Is it
I know almost
Pokemon?
nothing about it, but it's Pokemon trying something a little different.
Yep, love me my
Good.
Pokemans.
Good. Number 8, Hyper Light Breaker.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that in a couple days here.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh.
Getting early.
Yeah. Number 7, Mecha Break.
Game looks cool.
Looks cool. Yep. Number 6, Civ 7.
All right.
Number 5, Skate Story, which may not come out this year. Who
I was
knows?
gonna say, good luck,
I was
sir.
thinking about that one.
Yeah. They haven't released a whole lot of information on that game, so it makes me wonder. But it was on the list of games potentially coming out in 2025. So that game is skateboarding. It is my aesthetic. I love the look of it. I just hope it's okay.
Mhm.
Number
Do a
4,
kickflip.
better. Number 4, Doom Dark Ages.
Hell yes.
Number 3, Monster Hunter Wilds.
All right. Yeah.
Number 2, Death Stranding 2
On the beach.
on the beach.
Yep.
And number 1, GTA 6.
Yep. All right. All right. My number 10 is kind of a cop out. It is the Switch 2.
Uh-huh.
The console. Like I'm.
It's the whole thing.
I want it. I want to know what its launch titles are. I'm sure that they will have at least one cool thing, like a 3D Mario or a Mario Kart. It's a matter of just when and what.
You would hope.
It like crazy.
Yeah.
Number 9, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. That
Yeah.
new side scroller by the Streets of Rage 4 people. Game looks dope as hell.
Yup.
Dispatch Papers, Please, but for superhero dispatch.
I
That's right.
forgot about that one. I want that one so bad.
Yeah.
Number 7, Monster Hunter Wilds.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to that one. I did not like Rise, but I love the crap out of World.
Sure.
And this seems more like
I
that.
like Rise too.
So, then Metroid Prime 4. All those games
Nice.
are perfect examples of amazing atmosphere, and we're getting a new one after, like, 17 years.
Right.
So, fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Just because I love Kojima, we got some Death Stranding 2 on the beach.
Hell yeah.
Lightning guitar, lightning guitar.
Lightning guitar boss fights! Let's go. Then we got some Ghost of Yotei.
Metal Gear Solid again. Ghost of Yotei.
Yeah. Ghost of Yotei. I loved Ghost of Tsushima. A recent example of doing an open world game well, with that more linear, less exploration based style. Number 3, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii.
Yep.
Pirate Yakuza Hawaii.
Just go watch the ship combat and don't tell me that doesn't look like some of the sickest shit you have ever seen.
Looks good.
Number 2, Doom: The Dark Age.
Fuck
Mhm.
yeah.
I love me some Doom. I love me some Doom Eternal. Now it's time for some Doom: The Dark Age. And then number 1 is GTA 6. Like, come on. It's Rockstar.
As
Like,
you do.
You want to talk about best in class open world games, like, and
I want to talk about the
production values.
ultimate video game.
Yeah, like, just this is a game that's budget is $2 billion. Like, I know that around here we are very much people who are like, you need to scale back budgets, you need to, like, focus on indies, but this is, like, one team who has, like, showed that, yeah, okay, you're worth the money.
Yep.
Yeah.
GTA 5 went up to them and went, "Hey, you thought we would just be the most profitable game ever released on launch. We were actually just the most profitable game ever released like every year after that also. So you can dump as much money as you want into us and you're gonna make it back because you will sell your shark cards, and honestly all you really need is to create a vessel for an even grander GTA Online." And that's probably what they're doing.
And we're gonna
Yep.
make our
Probably.
silly little we're gonna make our really good campaign thing, but this will also be a vessel to sell millions of dollars of shark cards.
Because the campaign gets your toe in and makes you know that you like how playing the game feels, and then a buddy is like, "Oh yeah, you play GTA, hop on GTA Online," and then you realize that you can gamble, or you can just do insane stupid shit constantly because they're gonna upscale the amount of crazy stuff you can do in GTA Online massively and get more people hooked to it.
I just want heists. I want those heists back.
We need
new
more heists.
We need
I've
more
actually
heists.
never
like,
done a GTA Online heist.
I want
Oh,
a better
Now we need to do
orbital.
a stream of that again. Third time.
And
Okay,
I'm
can
so
do.
down.
All right, fine.
I've played the main campaign like 5 times.
Same.
So like I'm like, yeah, that those are incredible. I love the heists. And
Alright,
then
I'll-
I just never did a GTA Online heist.
Let me get a hold of Parker. We'll make this happen.
We'll make it happen.
Nice. I absolutely would love to.
All right, sorry, Lucy.
We are inching ever so closely to GTA World.
Yeah.
With the amount of
Yeah.
budget the next game after this would be, I would not be surprised if they turned
Oh
it
yeah,
into
the
a
next game that's gonna be out in like 16 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when I am in my 60s, most likely.
Yeah, you know, the full dive brain immersion Grand Theft Auto game.
And it'll be Grand Theft Auto 7.
Yeah.
Because you know they're gonna do a Red Dead after this, which I'm gonna be excited for. But like,
Oh yeah.
you know, it's gonna be the next GTA after this one is gonna be like get ready. It's gonna be like 15 years away.
Wait, but what
Right.
if, hear me out, they were gonna do Red Dead, and then all of a sudden they go, actually, LA Noire.
Or
I'd
a
be,
bully
I'd be
tool.
stoked. I'd be stoked.
I want
No,
a
no,
bully
no, no,
tool.
no, no, no. Better
Sure.
idea. Better idea. They do Rockstar Presents Table Tennis again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Except it's the pickleball variant now.
Yeah.
Rockstar
God.
Pickleball.
No, they need to do
Oh,
do
God.
table tennis again, and just like they did on the first one, do it the most cutting edge graphics possible, like they did on table
Invent new
tennis on the
technology.
360. It's like
Man.
I will always remember them putting out Rockstar Presents Table Tennis for the 360, and it having the most advanced rendering and lighting in the world at the time for this fucking
Yep.
table tennis game.
Weird.
Weirdest.
Weirdest thing.
Yeah. No, I'm. But no, Duncan. Well, you've never done a heist. Let me message Parker, see if he's available Saturdays. Saturday night, we can get some heists going.
What do you guys play it on?
PC.
PC.
I could join you.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's
I've never done PC heists.
Oh, okay.
well, the thing is we know a guy who has been hounding us to play GTA with him again for ever. So, you know.
Also, really do need to play Dokapon with me.
God
Like,
damn it.
it's so good.
Here we go.
We already have a
Here we
commitment
go.
to play Mario Party with someone else. We gotta
Yeah,
get on
you
that.
You guys got to join me for some Marvel Avengers as well.
I mean, I'm not opposed to it.
I'm not.
I also still need to take you through Destiny raids. I still have so many Destiny raids to take you through.
I know that.
Oh God.
That one is probably dead in the water at this point, just because of the where Destiny is at.
Also, how hard it is to organize 6 people for an activity that none of them have done that will probably take like 4 weeks of attempts.
Yeah,
Yep.
like you and David were the people leading that charge for anything that was not Vault of Glass or King's Fall.
Well,
So-
and we were just so hard carrying on some of those raids. We got together, we'd be like, all right, we just gotta, you know what? Let's just give everybody an easy job except the 2 of us, and hope, fingers crossed, that we just hard carry the entire thing.
See, I feel like if we could get you two and Luna in, then it would be fine, because then you would have 3 people who are like
Yeah, 'cause
Destiny tryhards.
We wouldn't have gotten Deepstone Crypt as far as we did were it not for the fact that we got Luna in.
Yeah, like yes. Anyway, but yeah, we gotta. I know that Ray wants us to do a 50-turn Mario Party 1 game.
Yep.
And that's on our list. Yeah, we got a lot of different stream ideas, but I think we can front load heists just because it's easy. It's like, oh yeah, get in the menu, do your thing. I don't know. Lucy, I'm back on Marvel Rivals, by the way.
I noticed. I see you.
Yeah,
I see you pop in.
You see my little Spider-Man thing I did?
I've been seeing your little icon come up and it says Sarge or Marvel Rivals.
Yeah.
Sad. I'm at the tail end of Indiana Jones, so I'm gonna be free until we're back in game review mode in a month.
I'm gonna be jumping into this season's ranked here shortly, because I want that Sue Storm skin.
Yeah.
But Mr. Fantastic plays pretty fucking well. He is fucking mean when you learn how to use his fucking abilities properly.
Yeah, he's a bruiser.
One Piece.
Hey, I'm surprised they didn't make him a tank, but you know.
Yeah. No, he's very much similar to Wolverine, where he's a good tank buster as well.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. Nah, I've been trying to learn Spider-Man recently, and that's been fun. Yeah.
Yeah, Spider-Man seems like a lot of fun.
It's very much what you need to do is you need to basically just wait for someone on their team to be a straggler that's a squishy. Just like, oh, this person's a little behind or they got killed. And it's like, my target is alone.
Yep.
And then you get your ultimate and you wait for them to group up and you're like, I'm the amazing Spider-Man, and you shoot them all and web them up, and they get really pissed off because you get like a double kill and CC their entire team.
Right.
Anyway, hey, news. We got some news that we're gonna cover.
News.
Oh, we're actually going to cover the news?
I
And
know.
We took 2
Shocking.
weeks off. My God.
2 weeks
forever.
of news that didn't get done?
Yeah, because we do it most anticipated in Game of the Year. And so it's only one news story. It's hey, Nvidia put out their new graphics cards, or revealed their new graphics cards.
Yes.
And they are promising a lot of really crazy shit. So all of this comes with some caveats. So
Uh-huh.
they're offering like 4 times performance boost of the last series. And you're gonna get 4090 performance for $550 in the 5070. However, that is with their new frame gen tech. So they're gonna have AI insert frames in instead of actually rendering them and so you can get those performance bumps. So they showed like a really. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I have something to say about that because I recently even started using the AI frame generation tech to play Cyberpunk again. So I booted up Cyberpunk, and that has probably the most extreme implementation of like the direct AI frame generation.
Mhm.
And I'll tell you, it sucks a little bit.
Yeah, well,
I'm not
yeah.
a fan of it.
It causes.
It has a lot of artifacting. It causes this weird swirly texture on things. You really gotta tone it down a lot if you want it to not be super noticeable that you're using AI frame generation.
Yes, and it adds input lag, as well
It
as
does.
all of
It
that.
does add
Like
input lag
it
as well.
adds input lag, so it's like, you know, they
However,
are.
if it's really well balanced, it does work out good. You know, it ups your frames by a lot, and if it's not doing it too much, then you know the game looks great. And there's not a lot of deviation. I really have not been able to get rid of the kind of ghost effect of movement where like it'll leave shadows of previous frames even with like the lowest possible level of implementation I could get in there, just because it's kind of fundamental to what it's doing, because you know it's taking the prior frame as input for generating the next frame, and that means that the artifacting of the former information that it is using to feed the next generated image is really hard to get rid of. So you'll still notice that some places, but we can't be 100% sure that those issues with that technology aren't like something they've worked a lot on specifically for these new cards.
Now that said, I am the cynic who's just like, yeah, that's still going to be a problem, and you know, I am someone who believes in a lot of this tech could get fixed and be perfect, but we are on year 6 of, you know, the RT stuff, and we are on year 4 of DLSS being like usable and interesting. And it's like, oh yeah, when you have DLSS turned on, you're still getting pop in. You're still getting weird grass effects. You're still getting like weird artifacting at random points. It's not like at nearly as bad as it was. Like I'll play Cyberpunk with DLSS turned on, and like it's like Cyberpunk is also a game that it's like feels like they really tuned it to work well with it. But there's still points where you'll really notice it, and it feels kind of like we're just giving up on real performance now because you're like, it's too expensive to get any overhead nowadays. It's just too damn much money.
They're literally running into restrictions on the speed of light through materials, like when it comes to making chips that are more condensed and have better performance.
Yes. So, uh, so with frame gen, the 4090 relative to the 5090 is getting over a 2x performance bump. But when you do it with, you know, none of that stuff turned on and just ray tracing, it's like 1.25 times. Like you're getting
All right.
like a 20% uplift. You know,
It's a $2,000 worth of upgrade. Like
yeah, like it's
doesn't feel like it.
yeah, and then and who's to say they can't, like you said, work on this frame gen stuff? But it feels like the you know they can't shrink it anymore. And not only can they not shrink it anymore, they just like are trying to make it up with frame gen, but frame gen, like you said, has ghosting, artifacting, input delay, and I think that it goes back to something that Anthony and I talked about ages ago, which is okay, we've hit the limit. You can stop. Like, this is where we're going to be for a while. Like, we probably got one more batch of consoles. Portables are, of course, going to continue to improve. And I think because of that, portables are going to be the future. But, yeah.
Well, and I could certainly see the sort of advent of this frame gen technology getting a lot of games that you would be struggling to get up to 60 because the game's just poorly optimized,
Yeah.
and bumping it there in return for the graphics getting a little wonky, but not looking like they don't look worse in a still moment, but there's a lot of artifacting, and that's, I guess, a use for it. But the thing is you're generally gonna want to minimize the amount of frame gen you're using in any given situation. You're always just gonna want to have minimal frame gen just to get up to the performance point that you want, because the more frame gen, the worse the game's gonna look. And it makes the usage for this graphics card feel very niche.
And then also, like,
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of this shit is just for it is very much just like an excuse to poorly optimize in the AAA space. Like,
Yeah.
so you'll see shit like Jedi Survivor eating up all the VRAM your system could have and run at like 40
Right.
FPS, but then they're like, "Well, you got frame gen, so it can really run at 60 if you have the new card." It's
Right.
just kind of
To be fair, you can get your game to have just the worst optimization graphically and frame gen up if you really focus on frame gen, and then it feels like it's going to be, if the technology gets much better than it is now, like the equivalent to the storage space inflation that we see nowadays with the size of games, where it's like performance decrease via just deprioritizing it in return for going, oh, but frame gen will knock the game back up to usable levels.
yep. Which,
Yep.
man, do y'all remember when they still optimized games? That was cool. That was a cool time. Like, I remember getting games that would come out and be 60 FPS and stable. That was a neat time period. Instead of
God damn
playing Marvel Rivals, anytime a Doctor Strange portal opens, everyone's computer cries.
it.
Game the other day that was like it was like 690 kilobytes, that was a fully 3D first person shooter. It was released as part of like this experimental game jam that was specifically dedicated to making the game as detailed and small as possible.
Ooh.
It's smaller than Pokemon Fire Red,
Right.
and it it uses just the most insane methods to store everything. Like it only has one model that it is just using morphs of to make every model in the game. And
What?
yeah, and it's all of its textures are instructions for generating the texture in a texture generation program, not actually stored textures.
Does this game have a name?
I can't remember what it's called. Is a wait,
I gotta
let
look
me
that
do
up.
some research.
That's crazy. I have to see the results of that.
Well, while that's happening,
Here it is. It's called Krieger. It was a German team made it. It's actually 9 years ago. It's not even new.
Oh wow,
And
really?
And it's insanely impressive given how wildly small it is. I'll put a link to a video on it in general in case you're ever
Yeah,
curious.
how do you spell it? It's
KKRIEGER.
wow. Okay, I'm gonna look at this after the podcast. Wild.
So
All right.
this tech is cool. This tech is really cool.
It's cool. I'm
I-
not gonna get it.
I mean, I am
Yeah,
building a
I don't
new
have that money.
computer. I'm
Yeah.
building a new computer at the end of the year, so I will
Mm.
have one of these graphics cards, and I will report on it at that point. I am happy about the pricing. Cards did not go up in price, thank God.
Hmm.
That's at least good. At least
Yeah.
they're not up.
In the case of the 70 Ti and 70, both went down by $50.
That's great.
So that's good news at least.
And if the
Yeah.
frame gen's not terrible, apparently those are 4090 level, and that's a high. That's good.
If your game supports it, I'm very. When it comes to any time something like this is announced, everybody, please, for the love of God, wait for the actual reviews from your Gamers Nexus, your Linus Tech Tips, the people doing the actual benchmarking of these cards and seeing what they're actually like. Otherwise, you're gonna run into.
Oh, take out a personal loan, or else you're missing out.
Yes, exactly. Do that.
Buy it
Exactly.
immediately, and don't think
Yes.
about it.
So
Don't think.
So yeah, that's my big advice for everyone is like, hey, wait for the benchmarks if you're kind of in the upgrade mode.
Buy 10 of them, just because you might want more.
Yeah, of course. That's of course how that works.
Uh-huh.
So, um, anyway, I don't know. I think that these seem fine. I'm glad they didn't go up in price. That's my big thing. Is like it feels like computer hardware in general has started to go insane on pricing over the past handful of years, and well,
I need them to be bigger. I need them to be physically more unwieldy and
Yeah,
less convenient.
So they showed Nvidia's Founders Editions are like actually smaller, but they've showed the board partner editions, and they're like this goddamn big. They're like huge. Like I saw this girl hug one, and it was like almost the size of her torso.
I can't wait for graphics cards to be like little external fridges that you put next to your computer.
They're already getting ready for it because you've seen those cases where the graphics cards get connected to the motherboard via a cable, a PCI extension.
Yeah, because it can't fit. It's too big.
Yeah,
It's a big guy.
we've already crossed that road. Like I'm looking at like my girlfriend's doing a build with me in December, and like the case she wants, you plug the GPU in by mounting it vertically and then running the cable up to the spot. It's super funny. And that's trendy now, man. It's wild. And also these damn things are so big that you have to start buying SAG brackets for your graphics card.
Yep.
I think my graphics card, my 3080 is legitimately probably as big as my Steam Deck.
4080 and it's huge.
Yeah, it's
ridiculous.
Yeah, no, like let me see if I can find one of these pictures for somebody. Let me see if I can find one because this is
Okay.
These things are absurd. I wish I would have saved one of the TikToks. They give me footage of like because like I said they had this girl holding one of these damn things, and it was like literally half of her body. Yeah.
Okay. Well. Yeah, I don't. I'm skipping this run.
No way. I mean, I'm kind of forced to skip it. I feel like I wouldn't have the money to buy it until the next one that comes out, anyways. So
here you go. So I have the footage on the screen right now. Yeah, look at this monstrosity.
He's big.
That's so big.
He's a
That's
big boy.
unreal. It's
So-
bigger than her head.
It's like as long as her like shoulder width almost. Like,
Yeah, that's crazy.
that's nuts. And look how thick it is.
Yep.
That's nuts. Oh yeah, they also have some new fancy power connector. So that's a thing. Alright,
Okay.
You know, like it's easier to connect it in without causing fires.
I mean, that's good.
Negative. I love
That's a good
fires.
thing.
I love burning down my home.
Yeah, fire fans are upset.
Yeah, fire stock's going down, and it's really hurting my investment portfolio.
We need more house fires.
Ugh.
That portfolio.
Actually, this year we're doing pretty good on house
We're doing
fires.
pretty good all of a sudden.
Actually, we've
Yeah.
got quite a
Jesus.
few of them.
All right,
Oh, boy.
I think that's everything, everybody. It's been a good show. Thank you for tuning in. We love you.
Yeah. Looking forward to another year of video games.
Yep.
Go
we'll
play
be-
modded
Video
Balatro. Go play
games.
the Cryptid mod. It's insanely good.
Cryptid Balatro. Oh, God.
you
It's
should
so
all-
good. I got a hand that was E to the 1038 for my overall score. Is 1038 zeros.
That's
y'all.
Yep.
Y'all should play Indiana Jones. It's pretty good. I'm about to be done with it.
Nice.
cool.
It's a whipping good time.
And
Get
until
out.
next time.
Get out.
Bye, y'all.
No.
Love you.
See ya.
Bye.